took a nice little break from our garage demo. Pretty overcasty day, but they're not calling for rain. We're going to pour this slab with these rebar all up on our chairs. We have these haunch footers going through here. They're going to eat up a lot of concrete. So this is going to be about 40 yards in this whole area. This is an elevator shaft right here in front of us. We're going to pull the trucks in different angles to get the whole area poured. No pumper. We're going to shoot the whole thing. So we're just setting up some grade pins, pulling a string from side to side. We pound a pin in and we put a nail through the hole set at the right height with the string. So as you see, we just nose the truck up on the far end and start pouring the concrete, raking it to height. Raking it to the perimeter wall as well as our grade pins, and then straight edge it all the way across. I'm setting up my green chute, and you'll see why shortly. This is the hard to reach corner, so we'll just use that to help get another 8 to 10 feet of shooting concrete. That way we don't have to drag it and wheel it over our rebar that's up on chairs. It's real makes it real challenging. We have to smash the chairs down. So and this is just a nice easy way to do that. So we'll just move through this slab, pouring, raking, straight edging, and you see Jim bull floating, knocking down all my little humps and bumps, truing everything up. Number 2 is mixing up, getting ready shortly. With that garage project we're working on, it really turned into a major project. So we, on number 1, it's nice to take a little break from all the jackhammering and picking up the debris and just break up the monotonous of doing that. As well as we have these other jobs scheduled that we just cannot fall behind on. People are counting on us to keep their projects moving, and that way they can bring the framers in and start building this house. So that's why we're jumping around a little bit. Just wanted to make you aware of that. Number 2's cleaning up. Matt's bull floating. We're going to try and get his chutes from this truck. He's going to nose up right here, hit our green chute, hit that corner. That's the plan. Need a minute, Matt? Okay. Let's do it. One more and we're booting Matt out of here. Bring him all the way up to this concrete block wall. Maybe even on top of it. There? What a plan. Looks good. Now you can see the concrete. The 4 chutes on the mixer is quite heavy, so we make sure nobody goes underneath that. Positioning our wheelbarrow and green chute down the wall to get an extra 10 feet. Now that's a lot of dragging if we would have to pull that. You cannot, like I said earlier, you just cannot wheelbarrow through there. you'd have to put wheeling boards down. We have hunch footers everywhere. So it looks like a lot of maneuvering, but it really is the best way we find to do this. And now, of course, we could get an overhead pump, but that adds a lot of cost to the job, as well as, I don't know if you can see it, but we're right on a main road. There's really no room. We keep having to move our trucks and direct traffic out on the street. So this is kind of a tight job site, and to set up a boom pump would really be difficult. So just trying to explain why we're doing what we're doing, and it really does go smooth. Home stretch right here, just getting the mixer in the last final position, or last truck in the final position. Rolling right up, throw all of his chutes on. Everybody grabs one, put it on, and away we go. We'll be back to jackhammering the last little bit of debris out, setting steel in no time. Now these trucks, I can't talk about them enough. The trucks and the drivers, how they control 90% of this pour, maybe even 95% of this pour. Just putting the concrete right where we need it, maneuvering that chute up and over the pipe, back down into position, spreading it down the back wall, moving it around. You can see how the concrete is just flowing all the way around that rebar since we're up on chairs and tied. And now you're going to see how it just piles up a little bit. That's what we call our slump. I talk about that. We try and pour about a 6-inch slump. See how it just sits there? And then the guys will knock it down. If the concrete was too wet, it would just flow out and level out by itself. And you don't want that. Well, that worked out. 9:26, 40 yards. We started pouring at 8 o'clock. So I think we did pretty good. 4th truck's just about empty, cleaning up. 3 truck is pulling out. Talk to you in 2 minutes. Some people have been asking, how are the boots holding up? Thanks, Icy. Boots are holding up nice. Now, of course, they're muddy as always. Feet are nice and warm and dry. Everybody seems to have them on. Okay, we're waiting on the concrete to set up. Final t-shirt contest of the year. You have to guess what we're having for breakfast and where it's from. We're working in North Park in McCandless. And this is what I'm eating. You have to give me the name of what I'm eating and where it's from. That's a tough one. So I'll give it to the first 3 people that reply. Name and product. Pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. Slab's all troweled smooth. Edges are all cleaned up. Now the wall sets right here. And there's the phone. I'll answer that in 1 second. I don't think I talked about it. This is for an elevator. The recessed area for all the mechanisms of that. All that wood stays there. We just need a smooth bottom for it to set on. Steve has a little bit more to go right here. Can you hurry up a little bit? Jim has this. Come on, Jim, pick up the pace. They know I'm kidding. Last little bit right here. So this is a nice break for our jackhammering in the garage. We're going to head there shortly and get cleaned up. They're getting tight, Matt? Well, let me see if I can help you. Yeah, come on in.
framers showed up. We're going to start framing. Okay, that'll wrap up this fun little project. We're gonna head back over and finish our jackhammering. Don't miss out on the t-shirt contest. It'll be the last one of the year. Back to jackhammering. Okay, Chamber Steel just showed up with our decking. I'm gonna take the decking, put on top of my trailer, maybe one bundle of rebar. The rest of the rebar will go off to the side. Okay, much better than unloading it by hand. This is the longest trailer I have, and I don't want to get a dump truck out just for this, so we'll set it on here. This is a 14,000 pound trailer. Decking is about a ton, so we should be fine. Now for the rebar. I think we're good. There we go. We've done funner projects. We pulled one piece of decking away. This is called a bucket brigade. Here you go. Yeah, come on.
Okay, I brought some carabiners, some straps. I'm gonna hook that up. Then they can just give me the buckets back there. But this is going pretty good.
Henry Ford would be proud. If this looks fun to anybody, we're hiring. And to think I went biking this morning to get my cardio in. Come on. We're getting a pretty good system. Okay, lowering buckets down, working pretty good. But right here where it was all rusted, we have the most debris. We did pretty good everywhere else. I have to jackhammer this corner out. There's a closet framed on top of the floor right there. So we still have a 2x3 area that I gotta get concrete out of right there. So a little bit more of this debris out of here. Looking good. I'll get. You've done worse, right, Jim? What's that? You've done worse, right? Oh, yeah. Here's Matt pulling the bucket up, making sure we're not standing under that. He'll unclip and send down an empty bucket. Voila. All right. See you in the end. We have a big pile over here next. Okay, there it is, all cleaned up. Last couple of buckets are going up the ladder. We went around with a broom, dustpan, cleaned up all the dust, small debris. When we're all done, they want to put a new vapor barrier down. So a little bit of cleanup and they'll be ready for that. Next, we're going to rip out the decking, wire brush the top of the beam, paint it, and get ready for new decking, hopefully tomorrow. I'm out of here.
Now what I find works best is just cut the decking right on top of the beam and take it out in pieces. The decking was just way too long to maneuver, too rusty, so I just ran a chop saw down it, pulled it out in a couple of pieces, no problem. We're working on that corner, that'll be out shortly.
I was working at this corner for about an hour. Steve came over and said, "Hey Dad, why don't we just pry it out right there?" I said, "Steve, that'll never work."
It's simple physics. You get yourself some leverage with the fulcrum. You can,
Yeah.
I mean, that's how the.
Just go ahead and finish, please. Just go ahead.
Gotta wait till Matt's ready. Good?
Oh, I'm so happy this is working. How can I help you?
Get out of the way.
Uh-oh. Now it's wedged. So much for physics, huh?
Oh, it's still physics. Why's your wood falling down?
There we go. One more, one more! Come on, baby! It's going! Maybe both feet. Both feet, huh?
Yeah.
I just want to reach under and grab it. Yeah, now we got There it is. Come on.
There you go, Jim.
Come on, baby. Well, at least it's falling slowly.
Yeah.
Wonder what it's doing inside the house. Hey Matt, let's go eat. Can you bring that chunk up with you? Okay, I caught him right before he closed the last door. There it is. Everything wide open, decking all done. Our ledge is all cleaned off. We have a little bit of debris here we need to clean off. Sweep these. The last little bit of debris there out. Tomorrow morning, new decking. This rainy day, a lot of guys were off work today, guys. A lot of guys sitting at home today. And here we are making money. I think we would all trade them. Yep. Close it up.
Lock and load, boys.
Lock and load. We are out of here. Good job. All right, today we are putting the decking in place. Hayden, thanks for showing up. Saturday morning, the week before Christmas. I'm sure there's a gazillion other things we should be doing, huh? But we got to get this in here. I'm just worried about somebody getting hurt, even though nobody's in there. So I have this dolly for our countertops. We'll try and slide on one end, and we'll just use it and push them right around. We'll see how it goes. How's that part gonna do there? All right. So there's the new decking. We're at halfway point. Going good. This cart's working out really well. Spinning them right in place. Good. Up. Good deal. Got my cuts in for the floor drains. I brought my little acetylene torches, but I couldn't get the one acetylene gauge to open up, valve to open up. So just did them with a chop saw, cut, flipped over, cut. It went pretty good. I'm going to leave this piece out for now. That way we can get down and clean up our walls, make sure our bracing is good. Finish this up Monday morning. We got better as we got halfway done, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Little learning curve there. The cart came in real handy. So, all right, project is coming together. It looks a lot better now than it did 2.5 hours ago. All right, heading to my grandson's hockey game. So we just finished setting our countertops. Now we're putting our rebar in this project. Every 12 inches, every other pan, we put a rebar low, a 2-foot overlap, so an extension all the way onto the wall. We put orange marks every 12 inches, starting 6 inches off of the back wall, so everything comes forward nice and even, nice and straight. Now the guys are going along and tying everything together, nothing moves. Going to pour. Tight to the wall. Tight to the concrete wall. looking good. So Steve and I are truing up our bracing downstairs. It's a little bit dark down there. These 2x4s are on a dirt floor, so it's a little bit uneven. We're putting spacing in from the new decking to the top of our plate, so we make it nice and tight the whole entire length. It's pretty close, but I want to fill those gaps in so this decking stays nice and true. Okay, talk to you in a little bit. Okay, fitting in the last piece of decking. Yeehaw! Okay, there it is. Bracing is all done. One last look at it before we close in our last piece of decking. Very nice and tight under the decking. We put furring strips up there to take care of that gap. Doubled up this one. As soon as somebody steps right there, that decking, you can see it's hitting there and there. It's just rolled up right there. Okay. Good night. Make my way over here. Dope. Just kidding. Okay, last piece of decking. We'll pull these rebar over, finish that up. I had to get this. Still tight? Okay. Looks like you're real close right here. We in? You good, Jim? I think you're good. Let's finish up the rebar. Very good. One last look at our rebar grid. Everything's tied. 12-inch center both ways. Set our floor drains tomorrow. We are ready to pour. Talk to you then.